So if this move right here took you by surprise today, then it probably means you don't know about this or this, which means you missed all of this. We're going to explain what you missed today and how you can look out for it and give you a hidden feature of the markets that a lot of you don't know about. Welcome back to SJC Trades, the only channel on YouTube that takes about 5 minutes to show you the trades you missed, explain an important theory about futures trading. I'm a full-time futures trader, been doing this for years. I teach others how to click buttons and make what I call base hits. Let's get to the charts. All right, I want to get the beta test for my indicators. You can see that we have some amazing levels that have been printed by the indicator. We even have entry points where if you didn't buy market, you're going to lose out. But let's take a look at what happened at market open. We saw something that was pretty unique today. Now today, we woke up and saw something that we don't usually see, an overall trend that just went up and up and up for 3 hours straight. So we drew what was about a 45-degree line, and we can see that it keeps adhering to the chart and bouncing right off of it. And then market open happens. Just a pro tip for you, number one, always look to the last few hours or overnight session to see what you're in. And when you're in something like this, well, this happened for a reason. I'm going to show you why it happened and show you why a lot of you guys were probably wiped out because of your biases today. A lot of people would have looked at this and seen that there was a giant gap between our moving averages, our short term and our long term, our 200. And we're always looking for it to fill that gap and try to fill in right here. Now, just remember, the natural way a stock goes is it moves up, it moves down, it moves up, it moves down, and it moves in waves. And you don't want to be caught at the very top of a move. This will be 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the down move. You want to get in on a long position on a 1 or maybe a 2, but certainly not a 3 and never a 4. Well, when we've had a move like this, you have to assume things are going to be coming down. When we put our special toolkit on our 1K a day indicators that are coming soon and giving us a major resistance point right here, that's not what happened. And here's what happened that you missed. Now take a look on the side of my screen right here. I have a watch list set up in TradingView. If you don't use TradingView, you might set up a watch list in whatever financial trading app you use. And I'm always watching the Magnificent Seven. These, I call them the soap bubble on a pin stocks and equities. We had earnings that happened today. Take a look at the percent change for Microsoft. 16% gains. 16% gains. So here's what I want you to understand. Don't trade the news. It's always very risky, especially if you're on a volatile chart like NQ, NASDAQ. But do understand and familiarize yourself with the Magnificent Seven and their earnings reports, because just one miss or just one hit can cause the entire market to trend up. Take, for example, the Magnificent Seven. We had our Tesla earnings report on the 22nd. We had Google on the 22nd. We had Microsoft on the 29th, which was a massive hit it out of the park home run, as well as Meta. And we can see what's coming up too. We have Apple today, Amazon today, and we also get these after markets. If you take a look at the times, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's right when the market closes, because they know it's going to move the markets, but that carries and swings into the very next day of trading. Taking a look at Microsoft, we can see the crazy, ridiculous gap up. Microsoft flies from around $396 and opens at $436. A 16% bump up. Things generally start to crack right here. We have our massive move up to the top. A lot of people were expecting things to fall down and do a correction through these levels. This ripped upwards, and if you didn't get in, your entry points, let me show you. Now, as we continue trending upwards and the buyers are just so far in control, take a look at this little pattern right here. You'll see this a lot. When a move has tons of energy behind it, when the volume is just going in one direction, up or down, take a look for this green, red, green in this case. The bar comes up, we have a red that tries to push back down, and then the tug of war is won by the buyers where they say we're in control. So this would be a green bar, this would be a red bar, this would be a green bar. When the green bar takes out the red bar, your entry would be right here. So basically, your entry point here is right there. on that green bar. Short-term scalp, if you were to get in this with one futures contract on the NASDAQ, it goes from 93 all the way up to 126. I'm no mathematician, but 126 less 93 times $20 per point is going to be sitting at $660. So this one bar entry point right here to the top, you could have claimed $660. And then you can see the trend continue on. Another entry point that exists right here on this massive trend upwards. This goes up from 127 all the way up. If you wrote it up to the top level that we've already posted, it's 173. It's another 50 points. Well, that's 50 times 20. So you're looking at another $1,000 point jump up. So essentially, you know, between 642 and just 7 o'clock here in the course of about 18 minutes, we see the charts go from 885 all the way up to 169, nearly a 200-point jump up for you. You're looking at 200 points, $20 a point. This could have been a $4,000 move up to the upside for you. And then your next move, if you were to enter in this, would be to see the top right here on this resistance line that we drew, get some kind of confirmation on it. In time, you'll be able to do that with my custom indicators. You can see that it hits resistance down here and then bounces up. Once it breaks this level, you get in again and you ride it up to another resistance point. Now, of course, it's important to note that trading news events or trading earnings reports is one of the oldest school ways that you can get yourself into trouble on a trading chart. So just remember, like I tell my students, you have to be very, very careful to understand where your loss limits are. Set a loss for the day. Then divide that into how many trades you'd like to take. Because if you flipped a coin 100 times in a row, it's very nearly impossible that you would get heads or tails 100 times in a row. But today was an unusual situation for traders to trade at the open, especially when we've been locked into an overnight ranging scenario. So if you got a piece of this, great. Tell me in the comments below. And if you want to know how I teach my traders to create trading plans, to look for those patterns, to set their levels, and to understand how they too can make base hits, $100 here, $200 there, walk away in 15 minutes, click the link below, get a copy of 1K a day, become my student. It'll be the gift that you give yourself to make sense of all this stuff. I do these videos every single day, so be sure to come back so I can show you all the trades you missed so you don't miss them next time. My name is SJC. This is SJC Trades Futures.